Alright, chat, chat. What's good? What's good? I'm trying this for the first time, and I'm standing up, standing up. I figured I'd come on here and talk to you guys. All right, chat. What's going on? It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. Tuning in. This time I'm doing it through Twitch, right? Trying to get this live stream thing going. But I figured, you know what? I really like to motivate people, right? I really like to motivate people. I like to push people to try different things. I always love giving out advice. So I figured, hey, I might as well just do it on stream. Let me do it on stream. That way I can take it from the stream, put it on YouTube, take it from YouTube, put it on TikTok as well too. And if you resonate with it, you resonate with it. I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm gonna try something new. And this is just visual proof for you guys that what I'm saying I'm actually doing. Right? There's a bunch of scammers out there who are saying things and they don't even do these things, right? So this is coming from someone who you can fact check, right? I'm not a millionaire, but I'm making my way there, right? Slowly but surely building the life of my dreams. All right? So I figured, okay, if someone who's fake can speak to people, right? And still motivate them to get things done in their life. Why can't someone like me speak to people and motivate people, right? So today's topic is going to be about you may be in a season in your life where you're not winning, right? You're not winning, but you want to win so bad. You want it so bad. You've been fighting for this dream, whether that be you're a drop shipper, whether that be you're selling clothes, whether that be you're a day trader, whether that be you may be going after a job that you want, right? And you just keep being told no, right? You keep being told no. Listen, you have to go through these losing times in order for you to win. And you may not even understand it in the moment. That's the most confusing part, right? Where you could have just lost. Like, I'll give an example for me, right? One of my things is day trading, right? That's what I'm trying to bring to life. It's not where I wanted to be, right? It's not that it's not good. It's not that it hasn't produced anything for me, but it's not where I wanted to be where I can live strictly off day trading, right? I want it to be fluid. I want it to be flowing. And I've been at this thing for 5 years now, right? 5 years now. And I still have losing moments, still have moments where I'm like, freak, is this for me? Do I want to quit right now? Like just this last week, man, or 2 weeks ago. I had money, about to withdraw some money, right? Big payout coming into my pockets, and I lost all of it, bro. Lost all of it. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, how did this happen? How did I let this, da, 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 right? Well, guess what? In that moment, I didn't understand. In that moment, I kept asking myself, why? Like, it's been 5 years now. Why is it not happening for me? I need it to happen now. Da, 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 da. Well, guess what, Nick? I needed that blow up to happen, believe it or not, because it taught me a lesson. And this is the main point of today's conversation is you're not winning because you still have a lot more to learn. You could be right there and you just need that one last lesson, or you could be someone like someone else, right? Where you still have a lot more to go before you get to everything that you're dreaming of and thinking of, excuse me. It's not that it's not true, right? But right now, you got to take that loss, that pain, right? And for me, bro, I looked in the mirror and I almost teared up a little bit. I almost teared up a little bit. I'm like, bro, really? Like, come on, bro. Right? And then days later, I finally tell myself because I'm not someone who gives up. I keep going because I realize, like, bro, I've waken up another day. I can breathe, right? Everything is good around me. I have good finances, right? I've been put in a good position to win in life. All I got to do is try again. And finally, that's when I realized, well, Nick, maybe this is your fault. What went wrong here? What lesson can I learn? I'm grateful that I took that loss. That's like the mindset that you got to have. You got to be like, yo, I am grateful that I took this loss because believe it or not, if I didn't take this loss, I wouldn't be able to see what I really need to look at in order to fix the trajectory of that dream that I'm chasing, right? Because clearly there's something in the way. There's something blocking you that you're not seeing. You continue to keep making mistake, and until you get over that hurdle, you'll never get to the dreams and aspirations that you're looking for, right? And for me, it was more so looking at myself and being like, hey, you're self-sabotaging yourself, bro. You know, you're self-sabotaging yourself. And this is the example I'm going to give, right? For me, it was scaling into trades, right? It could be something different for all you guys, but I'm just trying to tell you, scaling into a trade, what that means is, let's say I added on $1 into the trade, right? And the more that it moved into my favor, I added another dollar and another dollar and another dollar. So the position size got really, really big, right? So when I got into the drawdown period, right, the drawdown was a lot bigger than I expected, and it wiped out my entire account, right? And that was a lesson to learn because it was a skill set that I unlocked, right? Scaling into a trade, right? Making the position bigger, but I didn't know when not to scale into a trade, right? And if I didn't go through that big loss, I would have never learned, like, Nick, you can't scale into every position, right? You have to understand that you have to play the game regular, and every now and then you scale in, right? You scale in, you make the position size bigger, but you can't do it every time, right? And if I didn't go through that big loss, I would have continued my journey scaling in on every position. For God knows what, I could have been up $50,000 and still trying to scale in, and then I blow the 50,000, but the lesson that God gave me was, hey, okay, you're up 7,000 and you got to that 7,000 in 5 days scaling in. I know this one's going to hurt, but I'm going to wipe it all from under you. Because it can get much bigger and get to 50,000, then you lose it all, and that one's going to hurt. So we're gonna unfortunately we're gonna do this at 7,000, and I didn't know that at first. Obviously, I'm going in, I'm hype, I discovered something new, and boom, it got taken off from under me. And I'm like, freak, I'm still going to my 9 to 5, which I'm very, very grateful for. It's cool, it pays me well, grateful, right? But I don't want to be there forever, right? And I'm assuming you guys don't either, right? So now I know that, dang, Nick, believe it or not, you can't scale into every position, bro. You gotta know when to scale into every. You gotta know when to scale into positions. You gotta know when to just chill and move forward. And I want you guys to apply that lesson to your life. It can be anything that you're getting into. You know that loss, that big blow. You need to look at it as, okay, realistically, this is my fault. This happened. It is what it is. All I can do is reflect and move on. You need to look at the situation, write it down in a journal. What could I have done better? What could I do next time when I'm in the same situation? That way it doesn't go exactly how I went. Because I want to be better and I want to improve. And when you start looking at things like that, you're going to take a different approach to that same situation that God's going to put you in, because it's going to happen again, right? It's all about changing your perspective, right? Changing your mindset changes your life. Okay, so although you may not be in a season of winning, you're getting to that season of winning. That's what you need to think about. Like, yes, I'm losing. Freak, it hurts. Man, it makes me feel bad. Man, I want to cry. Man, I want to give up. But if I reflect from here and take this as I'm losing right now, but I'm learning. I'm losing right now, but I'm learning. Because eventually, as cheesy as it sounds, you take away the L and you eventually earn. You know? And again, I'm speaking from experience, right? And this goes to all areas in life. Reflect, reflect, reflect. Don't just move on from that loss. What could I have done better so I'm no longer in this position, right? What could I do so this doesn't happen to me again?